Released on July 2, 1980, this satirical disaster comedy film was written and directed by David Zucker, Jim Abrahams, and Jerry Zucker, a trio collectively known as Zaz. Primarily parodying big-budget disaster ensembles like Zero Hour and Airport, this $3.5 million production was a huge success, earning $80 million in profit. When the crew of an airplane is taken ill, the only person capable of saving them is an ex-pilot traumatized by his service in the war. But he overcomes his drinking problem and personal demons to assist the flight. Playing everything entirely straight, the mammoth group of dramatic actors take their first swing at comedy and absolutely nail it. The relatively unknown Robert Hayes and Julie Hagerty, meanwhile, star as the romantic leads, and it's their perplexing chemistry that manages to give the film a bit of its emotional resonance, despite its overtly wacky delivery. The breakout performance, however, is no doubt from longtime respected dramatic actor Leslie Nielsen, whose brilliant turn as the film's deadpan doctor marked a huge turning point in his storied career. Remarking on his surprising talent for comedy, famed critic Roger Ebert remarked that he was the Laurence Olivier of spoofs. When he stoically lays out the exposition of Hayes, the washed-up war vet can only muster a confused response. "Surely you can't be serious." Nielsen's straight-faced reply, "I am serious, and don't call me Shirley," is one of the film's many excellent uses of verbal puns and perhaps Airplane's most iconic moment. Similarly, Robert Stack of Unsolved Mysteries fame, Lloyd Bridges, and Peter Graves contribute excellent performances as well, who somehow managed to keep from cracking in even the film's funniest scenes.
Captain, how soon can you land?
I can't tell.
You can tell me I'm a doctor.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
But can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
No, I mean, we can't land for another 2 hours. Fog has closed down everything this side of the mountains. We've got to get through to Chicago.
The mile-a-minute, 87-minute narrative is busting at the seams with sight gags, verbal puns, pratfalls, and absurd cutaways, including a hilariously contentious back and forth with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, an over-the-top flashback setup of Saturday Night Fever that includes a violent mid-song murder, a confusing conversation involving the crew's surnames and flight lingo, and a particularly clever Felicio joke with the plane's autopilot. Supported by wonderful cartoon-style sound effects, the music from Elmer Bernstein further helps to picture Masquerade as a serious action film, making the juxtaposition of bouncing boob shots and hysterical passengers that much funnier. For a collaborative effort, Zaz still manages to maintain a consistent visual style for the PG-rated film, keeping most shots locked down and wide, punching in for close-ups only when absolutely necessary. Inspiring countless comedies in its wake, including a decently entertaining sequel of its own, Airplane is an immensely funny and rewatchable comedy, and if I absolutely had to pick one, is probably my all-time favorite. Now let's see what you had to say about this film in the YouTube comments. Both of us gave plenty of praise to the non-stop gags and Nielsen's excellent character. You thought this movie was awesome. An obvious classic, I happen to consider this one especially great. I thought it was amazing.